Transport workers are the foundation of supply chains. They keep them moving. Multinational customers at the top of supply chains contract transport and logistics companies to move their goods. Some transport companies hire truck drivers directly to move these goods. However, many transport companies routinely subcontract these operations to other smaller firms. This subcontracting is often complex, down multiple layers and across multiple borders. Supply chain transparency has declined. This has allowed unsafe business practices, poor health and safety, and the exploitation of transport workers to grow in road transport. Multinational customers know less and less about the reality of how their goods are moved. They often do not have specific transport policies in place, and where policies are in place, workers are not properly involved. Drivers sometimes do not know whose goods they are moving, or their sustainability policies and rights. Drivers also often do not have the means to effectively address issues concerning their rights or working conditions. Today, most governments, employers and unions agree that there are serious social and labour issues in road transport supply chains. Most also accept that multinational customers at the top of supply chains have a responsibility for issues that arise from the transport of their goods. The United Nations, the International Labour Organization, the OECD, and a growing number of national laws and regulations recognise the need for these multinational customers to exercise due diligence over their supply chains. These laws and international obligations require companies to prevent and mitigate adverse human rights in their supply chains, even if they have not directly contributed to the impacts. Transport workers and their representatives are recognised as key stakeholders in this due diligence. To assist multinationals in fulfilling these laws and obligations, a road transport due diligence model for road transport has been developed. The model is based on the experiences and success of worker-led field investigations and research. Fundamentally, workers and unions monitor the compliance of transport companies to a set of standards agreed with customers at the top of supply chains. The model is based on 3 components. 1. Minimum standards for all multinational customers that are reflected in tender and subcontracting processes. 2. Monitoring and reporting, overseen by workers and unions, of transport companies' compliance with these standards in customers' supply chains. And 3. Remedy for negatively impacted workers that reforms non-compliant transport companies. Trade unions have worked hard to raise awareness of issues in road transport supply chains. In a complex industry with specific issues, the model offers a practical and effective solution based on cooperation to ensure that companies fulfill their obligations. Together, workers and their employers can build responsible, sustainable supply chains.